and this is the video series that is, or the live stream, I should say, that is chronicling my album Point Me Back to Memphis, which I just wrote toward the end of July. And so, hope you guys enjoy this. This is a really, really fun set for me to write, fun album for me to write. Biggest reason why is that it was basically a culmination of all the music that I've heard over the past 5 years living here. First of all, happy Elvis Week. That's why I'm doing this. This is the tail end of Elvis Week. I wanted to, for as much as I love Elvis, I wanted to focus on some singer-songwriters, local singer-songwriters, and specifically ones that are friends of mine that are doing this here in Memphis, that are professional songwriters and singers as well. All these guys are really, really good singers too. So, like I said, I'm very happy to be doing that, and I am, like I said, glad to be here there. Sorry, I'm just getting some stuff figured out, although that's kind of the case anyway. But this first song, I'm not going to play these in chronological order in terms of like when I heard them first, but this first original song of mine was inspired by a great mnemonic that one of my Spanish teachers gave me to remember the subjunctive and when it's used. So this is a song called Cement Truck. But it was actually inspired by a Star and Micey song called I Can't Wait. And the funny thing about Star and Micey is that I had heard so much about them, but it took me at least a year and a half to actually get to hear them. They played at the Peabody. And I remember talking to Josh Cosby afterwards and just saying, man, I have wanted to hear you guys for so long, and, they're one of my favorite sets. This is actually what closes off their album, is the song I Can't Wait. But it just makes me happy because it makes me think about going back to Memphis, and just something that, like the title says, points me back to Memphis, although I will get to how I got that title in a little bit. Again, I'm Minnesota Mike. I'm going to shut up and sing here, but I've got my PayPal and all of that stuff on there if you're interested in tipping, but this is a free show, so no obligation there. This is Cement Truck, and I Can't Wait. Your stuff is still stored at a bin, and when you see my face, you grin. Your ticket to another land may not come with another man with any luck. Yeah, I'll get you before the cement truck. There was no use in changing minds. I couldn't have even if I tried with any luck. Yeah, I'll get you before the cement truck. 'Cause nothing's guaranteed in life, and I ain't giving up the fight before you and implant your feet, before you have something concrete within me. Yeah, I'll get you before the cement truck. There was no use in changing minds. We'll get there with a change of time, but with any luck. Yeah, I'll get you before the cement truck. Your stuff is still stored at a bin, and when you see my face, you grin. Your ticket to another land may not come with another man, but with any luck, yeah, I'll get you before the cement truck. Yeah, with any luck, yeah, I'll get you before the cement truck. I had you on the telephone, said you won't be coming home. Heard you had to leave the state, said you won't be back someday. Well, now I can't wait. No, I think you should stay. I heard you went to Tennessee, thought that you'd come back to me. Thought you'd say you'd never leave, baby, please come home to me. Well, now I can't wait. No, I think you should stay. But I could say a million things and everyone would mean something. Oh, but I can't wait. No, I think you should stay. Oh, oh, but I could say a million things and everyone would be. I can't wait. No, I think you should stay. No, I can't wait. Well, I think you should stay. Oh, all right, and that was I Can't Wait, paired with my original song, Cement Truck, which was inspired by that Star and Micey song. There might not be a show in the all too near future, but definitely check out Star and Micey live. But then also they've got some really, really good stuff. I know I've played them on a couple of my live streams. They played rock and roll. But they're just really, really good musicians, good songwriters, and really, really good people. Josh and Jeremy are friends of mine, and they'll actually be playing at the MSA showcase for our songwriting competition. The two of them will be playing, so I'm really looking forward to that. Nice little deal with Memphis. Speaking of the Memphis Songwriters Association, this next song was actually written by a friend of mine and the former president of MSA, Andrew Kubigo. He, like I said, is a musician in town, and he also produces a lot of my stuff. And so shout out to you, Andrew. And the funny thing about Andrew is that he, before I met my, regular friend group, that I, associate with a lot for open mic nights and, all of that stuff. I was at, an open mic night at, Java Cabana, and this guy played a song that was called One Night. And I remember talking to him and thinking, like, man, that was awesome. And, told him that I really appreciated that song. And so, we talked and whatever. And then, a handful of months later, I met my friend Amber and her circle and all of that. And so one night at her open mic night, no pun intended, Andrew played this song one night, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's him!" And I, knew him pretty well at that point. So it was just kind of a really weird connection. And after all of that, I'm not actually going to play that song. But I am going to play a new song, or another song, I should say, of his. I think I've played it on here once before, but this is a song called Worth It. And if I'm not mistaken, the story goes that Andrew was driving along and saw this guy that had a sign that said, trying to get to Atlanta for love. And so he, talked to the guy, and his girlfriend was a musician, and for some reason thought it'd be a good idea to move to Atlanta. And so Andrew wrote this whole song called Worth It. And it's one of my favorites. So this is my song Together Through Life, which was inspired by Andrew's song. And then I'm going to play Worth It as well after that. Before I do, though, I want to give a quick shout out to Pamela and Richard. Thanks so much for tuning in, both of you. I really appreciate this. This is a set that was entirely inspired by Memphis music. I'm doing well, Richard. Thanks for asking, man. I hope you're doing well. And I'll talk about Richard a little bit more in a little bit. But Andy Kirk is also watching, and I appreciate you. So this is Together Through Life and Worth It, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm a man on a mission with a past I can't outrun. Yeah, I got a brain that won't let me forget the things I've done. Cruising down the freeway once again. I know you got somebody, but I still wanna be your man. Yeah, I wish I had said some things before you disappeared. But right now, let me make myself clear. There ain't no one else I'd rather want by my side. It'll still be us together through life. Found some dude at a gas station, told me you and him were rather close. But I could tell the ways he loved you were enough to count on his toes. I knew I had to hurry for our sake, 'cause stopping a wedding will be harder than stopping a date. Yeah, I wish I had said some things before you disappeared. But right now, let me make myself clear. There ain't no one else I would rather have by my side. It'll still be us together through life. Yeah, I got it all lodged up in my head that I would be better off dead if you weren't with me for both the bad and good times, to make it together through life. Been walking so long, my feet and lost their way. Stopped counting mile markers, lost track on the interstate. Headed down to Georgia, 'cause I heard that you made it to Atlanta, trying to make it in the real world. And I hope that you find the things that you've been searching for. Next time, at least leave a note on the door. 'Cause I will go wherever you need to find the truth. Baby, it's worth it for you. Met a girl on Peachtree, she said she knew your name. She took me to a man who took you to board a train. Something about New Orleans he forgets. Said you packed your bags, trying to make it by the weekend. And no one knows when you'll be back, so I'm out here on the road. Sometimes it's like I'm chasing a ghost, but I will go wherever you need to find the truth. Baby, it's worth it for you. Come on. Oh, Papa, then my knees grow weak. Yes, I heard a beautiful voice down the street, singing about a guy she left to find the truth. Baby, it was worth it for you. All right, and that was Together Through Life and Worth It. The second one being by Andrew Cabigo, who is a local Memphis musician. And all of the songs on this record point me back to Memphis. Were inspired by Memphis musicians. And almost all of them are close friends of mine, which is awesome. So that's just a really, really cool thing. And Andy, if you're still watching, that song, my original song that I played was called Together Through Life, which is also a Bob Dylan record. And stay tuned, because there's another Bob Dylan reference a little later on in the set. I know you like him as well. So that is that. So this next one, I have been talking a lot about the Memphis Songwriters Association, and I am privileged to be on the board for that particular group. And I want to talk about our competition, which is coming up in October. And this guy who inspired the next song that I'm going to play actually is going to be the host for that particular show. And that's a really, really cool thing. His name is Mark Edgar Stewart. I just want to point out that when I was thinking about doing the Blood on the Tracks tribute in January, and I still did it, I just did it all on my own. But I initially had gotten a bunch of musicians together and was asking around, and the funny thing is, I asked Mark, if he wanted to do it, and he said, I love Bob Dylan. He's an idol for me. Let's join the club. But he said, I'm really bad at interpreting Bob Dylan's stuff. And when I was going over this, his song Miss America, which inspired my song that I'll play in just a second. This is really hard to interpret, so congratulations, Mark, on that. But this is one of my favorites by him. I'm gonna play my song first, which is a song called Memphis Grooves, and I hope you enjoy that. She came up from just south of Decatur. Loved me for the weekend, but changed her mind not too later. Met me in Memphis, then soon gave the blues to me. Memphis grooves, you find a way to prove time after time it's not you, it's me. Not sure what I did each time a new one pops, but the sound of beer never did break my heart. And I go out on a Friday night never feeling so free. Memphis grooves, you find a way to prove time after time it's not you, it's me. Girl from Toma or even from Des Moines, didn't end up how I'd planned when I threw in my coin. Good things going, I've accepted are going to leave. Memphis grooves, you find a way to prove time after time it's not you, it's me. Sons and daughters, must you be naive? Don't stop living as if we gotta breathe. We've been going broke now for so many years, and now what's stolen is our souvenirs. I see a lot of bad things coming. We're on the side just bumming. Miss America, I'll never make enough hard money for a hooker like you. Wonder Woman, you're no red, white, and blue. You've been stepping and I've been out with you. I got a notion, feel like I wanna sway. We make a nickel, you take an angel's share. You whip crack of blue blood in your veins. My hard work is your spare change. Miss America, I'll never make enough hard money for a hooker like you. You're as broke as a promise you made. You gotta shake the hater, Doug Willie would say. I'm just a slave, and if I can't afford you, then it's my own rage. I've been feeling sick since 2018. My misfortune is how you stand to win. Bills keep coming, so I stopped checking the mail. Dirty omen will be your love for sale. You're like rubber sticking to the wall, but it comes back around like a recall. Miss America, I'll never make enough hard money for a hooker like you. Miss America, I'll never make enough hard money for a hooker like you. Alright, and that was Memphis Grooves and Miss America. The second one being by Mark Edgar Stewart. And if you didn't like that cover of it, please go check out the original, because it is fabulous, as are all of these originals. And just a side note that Memphis Grooves, I've been using that as a hashtag for a really long time, but the where that comes from is the song Let's Groove by Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's the first line in the chorus. The Memphis Grooves get you to move. So like that, and I'm not going to do the rest of it because I already butchered one song just a couple seconds ago. But really appreciate you guys tuning in. That was Mark Edgar Stewart. We've got another Mark. I know so many of them. And that is Mark Parcell. He is the president of the Memphis Songwriters Association. Also does shows at South Main Sounds, and that's just a great place for local artists. And he's been having them in no crowds, but just for live streams and stuff. So that's been really cool. And Mark, we appreciate you very much. In fact, a lot of these people that whose music I'm playing, I probably met at South Main Sounds because of Mark, so I really appreciate that. Also, Mr. Wysocki, former teacher of mine, and Lizzie Anderson, a friend of mine from college, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in, making me a part of your Saturday. Next song that we are going to do is I'm going to play a song that it's called David, and then I'm going to pair it with the song that inspired it, called She's Got Your Number, and that is a Southern Avenue song. Southern Avenue is a fabulous band, and they actually, well, two of them, Ori, the guitar player, and then Tierney Jackson, the lead singer, they played at South Main Sounds, and they played with my friend Semi-Average Joe, who killed it, by the way, doing his thing. But Tierney Jackson has one of the best voices that I've ever heard. And so I say that to say, again, please check out the original, and you'll see how little I sound like her. But this is a song called David, and that's my original. And then She's Got Your Number, that is the Southern Avenue cover. I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this. I ain't trying to tell you he's no good at all, but you deserve a fella who's more on the ball. There are things that he does that just don't sound like you, so I hope this message somehow gets through. David may be vocal, but he don't know what's best. His love takes the day off, but my love never rests. So keep this in mind when you start to choose. David may win this round, but he's bound to lose. Soon he will get caught in the web he has spun. His flaws will not seem charming when he's not the one. It ain't that hard to venture, the waiting game's alright, 'cause I know I'm still the one you think about at night. David may be vocal, but he don't know what's best. His love takes the day off, my love never rests. So keep this in mind when you start to choose. David may win this round, but he's bound to lose. I could pick a number and get in line, or you could ditch that bummer and finally be mine. I was gun-shy till I saw how you were missing out. Now I'm the one. I know there is no doubt. David may be vocal, but he don't know what's best. His love takes the day off, but my love never rests. So keep this in mind when you start to choose. David may win this round, but he's bound to lose. David may be vocal, but he don't know what's best. His love takes the day off, but my love never rests. So keep this in mind when you start to choose. David may win this round, but he's bound to lose. She's got your number, but she's not your friend. She'll take you under. It's so insane since she seduced you. How does it feel to know a motive is all the kill? Every night is about taking chances, not about love or romances. You're gonna get it. Every night's about taking chances, not about love or romances. You'll regret it. Right now I'm too grown, I need to enjoy this simple dance. It seems like everything was on my side. It seemed like it was all love and true romance. Now she's out to get me, I can't take it. I just can't take it. Susie's got your number, Susie ain't your friend. Look who took you under several inches in. Love is on the dance floor, blood is on your mind. Susie's got your number, Susie says it's right. She's got your number, how does it feel to know a stranger is out to kill? She's got your baby, and you confess if she could only erase the past. Right now I'm too grown, I need to enjoy this simple dance. It seems like everything was on my side. It seemed like it was love and a true romance. Now she's out to get me, I can't take it. I just can't take it. Susie's got your number, Susie ain't your friend. Look who took you under several inches in. Love is on the dance floor, blood is on your mind. Susie's got your number, Susie says it's right. Susie's got your number, Susie ain't your friend. Look who took you under several inches in. Love is on the dance floor, blood is on your mind. Susie's got your number, Susie says it's right. All right, and that was David paired with She's Got Your Number by Southern Avenue, which is the song that inspired it. Yeah, Southern Avenue is an incredible band. That song, I wish they had a studio version of that, but it's one of those that they play live, and just like an insane amount of energy out on that stage. So that's really, really fun to see. And they're named after the street, Southern Avenue. So this next song, I mentioned my friend Amber a little bit earlier, and she has been awesome. A good friend, but also is a fabulous musician, networks really well, and so I've been able to meet a lot of people through her and her open mic night. And so she does well. I'm going to put it in the present tense, even though we're not doing it now because of COVID. But she does an open mic night at the Hard Rock Cafe on Beale Street. And that's a super, super good venue. Really, really thankful for that. And before she did that, she did an open mic night at Ernestine and Hazel's. And part of the reason why we stopped doing it at Ernestine and Hazel's was because they fired the bartender there of about 18 years. Just out of the blue. So that was really tough on all of us. Her name was Karen, is Karen, and she took care of her people, and really liked the open mic, and loved everybody that came in or didn't, but that was part of her charm. She wasn't afraid to call you on your crap if you were being stupid. So anyway, my friend Amber wrote this song called Karen's Song, and released it probably about a year ago, I would say. I'll figure that out, but just type in Karen's Song, Amber Ray Dunn, and you'll be able to find it. But anyway, that particular song, Karen's Song, inspired this song called My Own Version of You. And that in and of itself was inspired, the title at least, was inspired by a song of the same name by Bob Dylan off of Rough and Rowdy Ways, his most recent record. So this is My Own Version of You, and Karen's Song. Yeah, I become everything I once hated. Yeah, I become my own version of you. The cynic isn't created out of nowhere. It's someone who develops over time. The decade plus of rejection and ghosts sure have a way of taking a toll and putting sadness where the sun always did shine. Now I become everything I once hated. Yeah, I become my own version of you. 'Cause your stepfather and father before put in your head love's a choice and opened the door now for both of us. There's a way to blue. For 5 long years I've tried to fill the void. The more that didn't work, the more I was paranoid that I become everything I once hated. Yeah, I become my own version of you. Yeah, I become desensitized to any love that ends in a split. Yeah, I'd give anything just to move on. And I feel anything like this, 'cause I become everything I once hated. Yeah, I become my own version of you. Yeah, I become everything I once hated. Yeah, I become my own version of you. Downtown Memphis ain't ever been a city short of history, and I'm proud to say I know I've done my part. This corner here has seen its share of legendary mystery, and through the years it somehow stole my heart. Nobody cares about this old place like I do. Nobody cares about this old place but me. And all the ones that didn't come to live in the walls around this hallowed ground. Nobody cares about this old place but me. For 23 years I've seen it all in a bar stool. Across this lacquered countertop I live my life. Seen countless divorces and marriages start, newlyweds and broken hearts, people who wound up here just like me. Nobody cares about this old place like I do. Nobody cares about this old place but me. Ernestine and Hazel, Mr. Plow are no longer around. Keenan and Russell came to love it. Man, I can't let those guys die. But nobody cares about this old place like I do. Nobody cares about this old place but me. And all the ones that did have come to live in the walls around this hallowed ground. Nobody cares about this old place but me. One day I'll leave here and you'll see, when it's no longer here, a soul burger and a beer. Nobody cared about this old place but me. Nobody cares about this old place but me. Nobody cares about this old place but me. Alright, and that was my own version of You, which is my original, and that was inspired by Karen's song by Amber Ray Dunn, which again is on all your favorite streaming platforms for you to check out. Really good song, and I'll dive into some stuff about those two songs in just a second. But I want to give some more shout outs to my friend Meredith. She is a high school and college friend of mine, actually. And Chelsea Phillips, I appreciate you tuning in. I mentioned Java Cabana earlier, and going there for open mic night really early on in my time living in Memphis. And it's funny because I only went like twice, but about 3 years ago, I was at this going away party for a friend of mine. And was talking with this person named Chelsea, and she said, "Hey, I remember hearing you play at Java Cabana like 3 years ago," and so that was really a cool thing for me. I obviously didn't let it get to my head, but I still remember it. So I appreciate that. I can't remember if you said it was a good performance or a bad performance and that's why you remembered it, but I'm hoping it was a good experience for you. But those two songs, first of all, my own version of You, is just something that I kind of realized in thinking about the really bad falling out that I had a handful of years ago, and a lot of the views that I have on relationships now are similar to what this particular person had as well. Just kind of saying that love is going to leave if it's good, and all of that, and that stinks. I hate it. And so that's kind of what that song was about. Just talking about that. Just kind of becoming desensitized when relationships end, thinking that, yeah, they do. And they do. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say they don't, but they don't always have to be as ridiculous as that one. But that was that. And then, like I said, the Amber Ray Dunn song, Karen's song, she actually wrote that. Karen was having a really bad night, and she, kind of muttered to herself, but loud enough so Amber could hear, no one cares about this place but me. And so the way that Amber describes the song is that she kind of became Karen for, for the time that it took to write the song. And oddly, she had a session booked for, Sun Records, shortly after, right around the time that all the drama was going down at Ernestine and Hazel's. And so Karen was in on the session, not playing, but just, there for support. And, she's one of the best things that has happened to Memphis. She's at Alex's now, so definitely go check her out at Alex's. Just, the best bartender in Memphis, hands down. Just is really, really, good at being there for her patrons. Very, very giving, even though it might not seem like it at first. But the other thing about her, about Karen, is that nobody, in addition to the hook saying nobody cares about this place like her, nobody really knew the history of Ernestine and Hazel's in the way that she did. She could, that corner there has seen its share of legendary company. She could literally take you upstairs and say James Brown shot heroin in that room right there. So it was just, you name it, she had a story for it. And so, when she's gone, the history's gone a little bit too. And so it was very, very hard for, everybody involved. But, that's just one of those things. But anyway, so we're going to move on, and we're going to play a song that was inspired by a Tony Maynard song. And this is not the song that I'm going to play, but I do want to tell a couple of cool Tony Maynard stories. First of all, Tony is just an amazing songwriter, amazing storyteller. And, sometimes those stories are made up, but he can make those work equally as well. And he has a song that he wrote that's called "Fool from Memphis," and basically, there are so many good lines in that song. And the only reason why I don't cover it is because I'm not from Memphis. And so it means a lot more coming from somebody who is actually from there and, has seen that, seen the kind of the dark side of it, but loves the city anyway. And so, anyway, he has a line in that says, I may wander, but I ain't lost. Just point me back to Memphis. And even though I'm not from here, I definitely feel that a lot. Especially with how bad I am with directions, but, that's just one of those things. And of course, the line that comes before that, is, I think my blood type might be barbecue sauce. And, so, that's one of those things. The other thing about Tony, he has a song called "Mississippi, Why You Gotta Be So Mean." And there's a line in that particular song that says, he was looking at me like I don't matter. He wasn't nothing but a no good carpetbagger. And every time he'd play that song live and I'd be in the audience, he'd be like, "Sorry, Mike," knowing that I was from the North. But that's also one of my favorite songs, and I've adopted that nickname, the no good carpetbagger. But anyway, this is another one of his many, many good songs. And it's a song called "The Way She Looks at Him." And it inspired one of my songs that's called Since I Let You Go. So I'm going to play both of them, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Holding on for comfort, holding on for life, same old cycle, it never feels right until I'm back in your arms again. Yeah, I tried to rebound, tried to restart, but every single time it falls apart. There's only one way for this to end. Since I let you go, I've been wondering when you come back to the dance. Since I let you go, I've been wondering if you'll ever give me a second chance. Been through hell and I barely even left. Love is blind and I've been deaf to what really mattered in front of me. Holding hands felt right once more, as I felt happy as I was before when you and I were together in Tennessee. Since I let you go, I've been wondering when you'll come back to the dance. Since I let you go, I've been wondering if you'll ever give me another chance. Holding on for comfort, holding on for life, same old cycle, and it never feels right until I'm back in your arms again. Funny looking fella sitting at the bar, funny looking girl holding onto his arm. Her eyes sparkle every word that passes his lips. She plays with his eyes, he lights up a smoke. They both laugh at an inside joke. Her hand is on his hip, and I can't help but feel lonesome whenever I steal a glance at them. Man, I wish someone looked at me the way she looks at him. Couple of kids, blanket in the park. He's getting up his nerve for when it gets dark. He's real awkward, she don't mind a bit. He leans in, she pulls close. It's hard to tell who wants it the most. They're both scared, but not enough to quit. And I can't ever feel lonesome whenever I steal a glance at them. Man, I wish someone looked at me the way she looks at him. Little old lady, little old man, holding on to this line the best they can. He's a pain in the ass, she's crazy as a loon. They hold hands, waiting on the dock for 50 years. She's matching his socks, they don't talk, they just hope for good news. And I can't ever feel lonesome whenever I steal a glance at them. Man, I wish I had someone looked at me the way she looks at him. And I can't ever feel lonesome whenever I steal a glance at them. Man, I wish I had someone look at me the way she looks at him. All right, and that was The Way She Looks at Him by Tony Maynard. Fabulous local songwriter, and he inspired that song of mine called Since I Let You Go. All of the songs that I'm playing tonight were inspired by local Memphis musicians. And speaking of local Memphis musicians, Brandon Engel just tuned in. He is part of Broke Tall Folk, a great local duo here in town. So definitely be sure to go check them out. And I appreciate you, Brandon, for tuning in. I hope you are doing well. And in case I didn't say that to everybody who is tuned in, I hope that you are doing well too. Staying healthy, staying sane. Technically, that's the same Latin root word, but you don't want to hear me talk about that. So that is that. Next up, we've got one of the first people that I ever heard play live in Memphis. This is a guy named Eric Hughes. Eric is one of the best promoters of local music that is out there, period. He's a great musician himself. And he also, sorry, I just had to plug in. But he's also just, I mean, really, really good about promoting artists and making sure that they get the spotlight too. He's awesome about, at gigs of his. He'll say, oh yeah, come play one, before I start up my next set. And I remember one time it was at the Dirty Crow, and it was probably still called that at that point. Anyway, I asked him, I said, oh, do you want me to do a blues song? And he said, no, just do whatever you want to do. This is your time. And that always really stuck out with me because, obviously Memphis is known for the blues. Eric is known for the blues. But he's still willing to yield his time to people to do their own thing. And, that always stuck out to me. I had the pleasure of hearing him for the first time at Rum Boogie. I was there with my parents about 4 years ago. And, so I met him and didn't really see him all that much after that. But then he started up this open mic night at Midtown Crossing, which sadly just closed down. But I got to know him a lot better. And then at some point I was walking down the street and one of the Backbeat tours came by, and I hear the door open, the bus door open, and this voice just says, Minnesota Mike, ladies and gentlemen. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just got in on a Backbeat tour. I just got mentioned during a Backbeat tour with all of the Sun Records, with all of the, Al Green, like you name it. And somehow I got thrown in there. So, and I know the somehow, it's because Eric Hughes is awesome. So anyway, this next song of his, or this next song, I should say, of mine was inspired by his song Meet Me in Memphis. And that in and of itself was inspired by him being at South Main Sounds and seeing the banner that said Meet Me in Memphis. And I actually had something similar where I wrote a song called Meet Me in Memphis after being at South Main Sounds. So anyway, this is a song called Give Me What's Broken, and I'll play Meet Me in Memphis after that. Well, we've been in a time or two. Yeah, I know my alleys, and they all led me to you. You say you're broken. Well, join the club. All I can do is give you love. When the light is hard to find, I'll always make it shine. Give me what's broken, and I'll show you how I can turn a scar into a wedding vow. Give me what's broken, I got love to endow. Give me what's broken, give me what's broken. I know how to give your face pinkish hues. I know how it's hard to always be the one to lose. You say you're broken, hey, but I don't care. One look in your eyes, I don't see one thing I'd repair. You'll have good days and bad. I'll be there no matter what you have. Give me what's broken, and I'll show you how I can turn a scar into a wedding vow. Give me what's broken, I got love to endow. Give me what's broken, give me what's broken, give me what's broken. You just need someone to love you and never stray. Someone who will try to make sense of all the fray. We may be apart for now, but that don't matter none. I love you when you're shattered and when you're all one. In 60 plus years, when we're old and frail, we'll both laugh at how that ship never sailed. I love it when you give me surprise. I wanna lift that veil and forever gaze in your eyes. The good seeds you have reaped, I'll make sure you still keep. Give me what's broken, and I'll show you how I can turn a scar into a wedding vow. Give me what's broken, got love to endow. Give me what's broken, give me what's broken, give me what's broken, and I'll show you how I can turn a scar into a wedding vow. Give me what's broken, I got love to endow. Give me what's broken, give me what's broken, give me what's broken. You've been away for so long, the city calls you like a distant song. It's high time you took off a day or two. I know you miss sweet tea and barbecue. Have you forgotten how it feels to party down on Bill? Meet me in Memphis. You ought to make the trip. Meet me in Memphis. Stick our toes in the Mississippi. Meet me in Memphis. While the blues are still hip. Meet me in Memphis. Meet me in Memphis. Meet me in Memphis. To feel the cool of the early morn, to hum a tune in the land where soul was born. Fish are biting under the bridge. We got pig in the smoker, we got cold beer in the fridge. It's paradise, it's true. What's missing here is you. Meet me in Memphis. You ought to make the trip. Meet me in Memphis. Stick our toes in the Mississippi. Meet me in Memphis. While the blues is still hip. Meet me in Memphis. Meet me in Memphis. Standing by the riverside, watch the sunset. If there's a better town, I ain't been there yet. No matter where you roam, no matter where you're from, when you're in Memphis, it always seems like home. you hear me breathe a heavy sigh, if you see a teardrop forming in my eye, it's just the blues that got me down. It's just because I sure do miss that town. If we leave here right away, we can make it there today. Meet me in Memphis. You ought to make the trip. Meet me in Memphis. Stick our toes in the Mississippi. Meet me in Memphis. While the blues is still live. Meet me in Memphis. Meet me in Memphis. Meet me in Memphis. All right, and that was Meet Me in Memphis, and that song is by Eric Hughes, and the song that inspired that was inspired by that song, I should say, was my song called Give Me What's Broken. The funny thing about Meet Me in Memphis is I did an activity with my kids last year where I had to make me a playlist of their favorite songs, and when I made mine, I think one of them was "What's a Song That Always Makes You Happy," and "Meet Me in Memphis" was that song, and the kids had never heard it before. But then, whenever we'd talk about music, they'd say, "Hey, let's listen to Meet Me in Memphis," and that just always made me feel really good because it's such a good song. And the funny thing is, like, please do listen to "Fool from Memphis" because Tony Maynard describes it as, this song wouldn't be approved by the tourism board because it's a little bit darker in terms of stuff that he'd gone through and whatever. But both very, very good songs, and that's the beauty of Memphis is that you can, embrace the rough and rugged, but then you can also embrace the culture of Beale Street and how magical it can be. However, when Eric wrote that song, he had just gotten his equipment stolen, and he was ready to move from Memphis. And he needed something to remind him of why this is such a cool town, and so that was kind of the genesis of that. But we're glad that he stuck around because this town wouldn't be the same without him. Next song that I'm gonna play is a song called "Tempest." And this is a song that was inspired by a Bailey Bigger song called "Wildflower," and there are multiple versions of this on iTunes, if I'm not mistaken, because she released it as a single and then recorded it a little bit differently for the album version. And that full album, it's an EP called "Closer to Home," so check that out. But just check out Bailey in general. She doesn't have a bad song. This song, her song "Wildflower," she actually wrote when she was 16 years old, which is just baffling to me, that anybody could write that good of a song at 16. But that's just one of those things. So my song is called "Tempest." And I hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to do it as a medley with "Wildflower." Darling, it's been years since I felt this way about you. We've been here before, yet somehow this feels brand new. We have both matured since then, and I don't want to be your backup plan. Ironic, got my left in butter because of you, the melon in Memphis. But in your arms is where I belong. To to calm my inner tempest. You got demons yourself with which you need to grapple. If you told me it was sweet, in 2 seconds I'd eat the apple. So whatever is in your head, I'll be the morning light you will not dread. I know I was not the only one who felt magic in Memphis. So in my arms is where you belong, to calm your inner tempest. The road we've been on has many turns and twists, but the pain we will be worth your trouble. Now that things have come to this, I will not run from what causes you heartache. I will love you till I die, and I'll do whatever it takes. I know your heart feels the same. It's sick and tired of playing love's cruel game. In my head I still see you on the green couch down in Memphis, 'cause in my arms is where you belong, to calm your inner tempest. Yeah, I got big plans. Yeah, I got ways to fill my time up. Yeah, I got places to be. Yeah, I got people I wind up with. But this road keeps turning round, and I can't seem to plant my feet on solid ground, and I can't get you out of my mind for maybe an hour. So won't you come back to Memphis, Tennessee, 'cause you left your wildflower. In the evening, I drive my car out to the country, and on the radio play the song you always sang to me. But this road keeps turning round, and I can't seem to plant my feet on solid ground, and I can't get you out of my mind for maybe an hour. So won't you come back to Memphis, Tennessee, 'cause you left your wildflower. My dandelion, my shattered pieces all around, but no wishes come within, they just fall to the ground. I mean it when I tell you that I'm all yours. And it'd take me years to name off all the things I love you for. But this road keeps turning round, and I can't seem to land my feet on solid ground. And I can't get you out of my mind for maybe an hour. So won't you come back to Memphis, Tennessee, 'cause you left your wildflower. But this road keeps turning round, and the days that I rode shotgun are long and gone. You went out east and I stayed west. Maybe for now it's for the best. But if you ever come back to Memphis, Tennessee, drive those long straight hours. If you ever come back to look for me, you'll find me with the wildflowers. Oh, oh, oh. All right, and that was Tempest paired with Wildflower, a Bailey Bigger song. So Bailey is a fabulous musician, singer-songwriter, all of that. She sounds like Joni Mitchell, Joan Baez, got a little bit of Carole King thing going on there. Absolutely fabulous. Her brother Wiley Bigger is also a musician in town, and I think has some stuff on Spotify and iTunes as well. And I don't know if he's been gigging recently, but he definitely, played Tin Roof, played a lot of shows in Starkville, and all of that. So Bailey and Wiley Bigger. Be sure to check them out. And of course, when they play together, they are 2 times bigger. But that is that. And the songwriting competition that I mentioned earlier in its current iteration, Bailey won our very first one. And she was also 16 at the time, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 17. When she ended up winning, but just absolutely fabulous. So got some great people surrounding me, and as you can see, it's influenced my songwriting quite a bit. So I mentioned earlier my friend Richard Wilson was tuning in, and this next song was inspired by just this beautiful song of his that's called "Carry Me Away." And so the original song of mine is "Hole in My Heart," and his song, like I said, is called "Carry Me Away." I'm going to play both, and I hope you enjoy it. There's a hole in my heart where you once resided. There's only one way for that to be filled. 'Cause when we talk now, something feels different. That gives me a whole new kind of thrill. There's a hole in my heart I thought wasn't worth fixing. They'll end up the same. To them it's a game. But you make me feel like I'm gonna make it. A smile lights up my face whenever I say your name. There's a hole in my heart, 'cause the world forever was too much, awesome to bear. But with you, I feel like I can be better. Yeah, that all I now believe is worth a repair. It's a cold day, I feel, this month of May. No more words, no more to say. There's a cold heart I feel this month of May. Carry me, just carry me away. There's a voice that cries out for a reason, and a voice that will not be moved. This cold breeze just blows, it's never ending. Carry me, just carry me away. It's a cold day, I feel, this month of May. No more words, no more to say. There's a cold heart I feel this month of May. Carry me, just carry me away. Ooh. Carry me, just carry me away. All right, and that was Hole in My Heart, paired with Carry Me Away, the Richard Wilson song. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head if that's on his new record that he just put out, but he just did put out a new album, and Richard, if you're still listening, feel free to drop the details in the comments. Really, really good singer-songwriter, really unique style. And a fabulous guy as well. So definitely check him out, Richard Wilson. Yeah, appreciate you for inspiring that song. So we're gonna shift gears pretty much entirely. So one of my other good friends in Memphis is his name is Bill Stanek, but musically he goes by Bill Shipper, and he wrote this song that was called it's called "Don't Make Me Eat Quinoa." And he, like myself, he has a lot of crazy food songs. "Don't Make Me Eat Quinoa," "My Lover Loves Liver," that's another one of my favorites of his. And a host of others, Picking Blueberries for his children's show. There's that song. But anyway, Don't Make Me Eat Quinoa inspired this particular song. And don't ask how that line went, because it definitely wasn't a straight line. But this is a song called "My Roommate's a Walrus," and I'm gonna pair it with "Don't Make Me Eat Quinoa." So I hope you enjoy it. I got ready for my first year in college. They made me fill out a housing questionnaire. A party animal or a bookworm to dorm with. I told them I didn't really care. They stuck me in a big room with the former, and I don't mean that in the figurative sense. He had 2 copies of a Fleetwood Mac song by his cheeks, and the rest of him, shall we say, was rather dense. My roommate's a walrus, found his way to Memphis. He'll take care of me like his friend did when I was 4. I'm gonna get pecked to death, rather room with some guy named Seth. Can't get a thing done, he's a sight I can't ignore. My roommate's a walrus. I wish him all the best, but it's strange to me that I even have to have him around. Maybe he stuck out like a sore thumb back in Oxford, but no one bats an eye when they see him in Midtown. I guess this is my fate, I should accept it. Maybe we will become the best of friends, but I'm getting rather tired of smelling all the fish from the care packages his mother always sends. My roommate's a walrus, found his way to Memphis. My roommate's a walrus, found his way to Memphis. He'll take care of me like his friend did when I was 4. I'm gonna get pecked to death, rather room with some guy named Seth. Can't get that I can't ignore. My roommate's a walrus. I would have even roomed with a dingo. My walrus roommate, I'm afraid, is no Ringo. My roommate's a walrus, found his way to Memphis. He'll take care of me like his friend did when I was 4. I'm gonna get pecked to death, rather room with some guy named Seth. Can't get a thing done, he's a sight I can't ignore. My roommate's a walrus. My roommate's a walrus, found his way to Memphis. He'll take care of me like his friend did when I was 4. I'm gonna get pecked to death, rather room with some guy named Seth. Can't get a thing done, he's a sight I can't ignore. My roommate's a walrus. I gave you all my loved ones and forever. Promised I would always stay true. I know you work hard to make the best for me. There's just one thing I ask of you. Don't make me eat quinoa or things that are too raw. Let me have a pizza once in a while. Please don't be cruel to me and make me drink smoothies. We never had that back in Arkansas. Don't make me eat quinoa. We've gone through gluten-free and paleo, absorbing vegetables through osmosis. Now I'm a patient guy but getting hungry. I need carbohydrates, not ketosis. Don't make me eat quinoa or things that are too raw. Just let me have a hot dog once in a while. Please don't be cruel to me and make me drink smoothies. We never had that back in Arkansas. Don't make me eat quinoa. The smartest minds for centuries have racked their brains to feed the world through science and device. So if I find it hard to chew through strange grains, why can't I just eat white wheat and rice? Don't make me eat quinoa or things that are too raw. Just let me have junk food once in a while. Please don't be cruel to me and make me drink smoothies. We never had that back in Arkansas. Don't make me eat quinoa. Baby, there's just one thing you should know. I found out it's not pronounced quinoa. Don't make me eat quinoa and taste like gold straw. Can I have a donut once in a while? Please don't be cruel to me and make me drink smoothies. We never had that back in Arkansas. Don't make me eat quinoa. Don't make me eat quinoa. Don't make me eat quinoa. Alright, and that was My Roommate's a Walrus and Don't Make Me Eat Quinoa. Just so we're all clear, a walrus pecked me to death in a dream when I was 4. And I was having this conversation with somebody like in the fall, and like last fall, I should say. And somebody said to me, they're like, I don't really think a walrus could peck. And I'm like, I don't care what he did. He killed me in the dream. That's what it was. So I'm not scared of a lot, but walruses, I guess, would be the thing. Bill Shipper, that last guy that I played, Don't Make Me Eat Quinoa. He might not play that song, but he does a live stream on, actually, if you request it, he'll definitely play it, but he does a live stream, Bill Shipper for Kids on Sundays at 4 o'clock Central Time, Elvis time, and so be sure to check that out. It's super fun. Adults can tune in too. And then his Bill Shipper for Adults shows are on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock Central Time, Elvis time. So be sure to check them out. And as I do always, even though I was a little bit late to the party on this last one, I will definitely make a playlist of these local artists. But support your local artists. And if you're watching from somewhere else and Memphis isn't local to you, still support these Memphis artists, obviously, as much as you can. But find some local musicians that you really like and tune into their live streams, or if they're gigging again and live streaming there, do that, buy their merch, all of that good stuff. And thank you to all of the people who inspired these songs. This was really, really fun to write, a fun album to write for, because it was, just the music that I've been listening to for the past 5-6 years in Memphis, which is really, really cool. So I appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there, in there, whatever. And we'll see you next week. I haven't quite decided what live stream I'm going to do, but I will definitely keep you guys posted. I'm Minnesota